Then let's see what Murray's got to say in his defense. There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. There are a few steps leading down behind... Gordon's Palace. I wonder if Murray even has the right to use that name. Murray stating his patriotism. The old phony. Definitely not drinking water. Wasting water like that wouldn't really be Murray's style. I guess it's rainwater that's pumped up again and again. Definitely not drinking water.
Mr. Michaels! Welcome back to Gordon's Palace. We missed you here.
How's that? The last time we saw each other was Thursday, 3 weeks ago, when you threw me out of the hotel.
Thrown out of the hotel? How did that happen then?
The thing with the sewers, the secret entrance in Angelina's room. That ring any bells?
Really? Oh yes, there was something. Ah, well, please excuse me. I did overreact a little. I hope you're not going to bear a grudge, though, Mr. Michaels. I'm very happy to make things up with you. You'll also understand that I couldn't hold your reservation for such a long period. Unfortunately, your room is occupied at the moment. But you can have another, a bigger, nicer one, for a small price, really. And for such a room, a ridiculously tiny price.
So you've remembered then? Very good. Then please go right back to the police and tell them that you know exactly where I was on the evening that Miss Valley was murdered.
Was that the same day? Are you sure? Now, it may well have been. I don't pay much attention to that kind of thing. Why should I? It's really nothing to do with me.
You two-faced snake! I insist you march down to the inspector and tell him you want to change your statement.
Mr. Michaels, you're free. I don't understand your problem.
I'm only out on bail.
Oh, my congratulations. I'm sure that wasn't cheap. However, in spite of that, I still don't see why I should get involved with things that don't concern me.
You can't be serious. Thanks to you, I've just spent the past 3 weeks sitting in a cell as an innocent man.
Mr. Michaels, I really am extremely sorry, but I can't fulfill your request. My own credibility would be on the line if I were to simply change my mind. Unless...
Unless what? Come on, spit it out and quit playing around, you pathetic little blackmailer. Otherwise, I promise you that the murder series will continue. Here and now.
No. Admittedly, I'd be the last one who's standing in your way. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, isn't that so? All the same, I would like a photo of you. Nothing sensational. Maybe somewhere in the woods with a knife in your hand.
So they can send me straight into the madhouse. No way.
Okay, think about it. A watertight alibi for a tiny little amusing photo. It's not a bad exchange.
You are one nasty dirtbag, Murray. You know that?
I'll even give you a camera to take it with. My best one.
Yeah. Does it still work using a lever?
It's a collector's piece. One of the first instant film cameras on the European market. An SX-70. And still in great condition, too. 15 years ago, a very well-groomed gentleman handed it over to me as a deposit in my pawn shop. He never picked it up again. So, you can say that I obtained it quite legitimately. And now I entrust you with it. Pay attention, I'll tell you how it works.
That's okay. I'll work it out, if I choose to use it.
But that's not all. I've got another present for you. Here, a brand new rucksack. And free food and lodgings for as long as you wish, Mr. Michaels. Accept it as a peace offering and reparations for the trouble with the statement.
You really are a few cards short of a full deck.
Mr. Michaels, wait!
What do you want now?
Forget the woods. In front of the castle would definitely have much more impact. The photo, I mean.
And people think I'm crazy. Huh, what have we got here? Bloody greetings from the murder village. See Blackmere Castle and die. Hello and goodbye with the Gordons. Quite a one-sided selection of cards. This is information about all the attractions Willow Creek has to offer. The Murder Museum. The crime scene route including a flying visit to the pub and a group photo in front of the castle. I don't really want to know anymore. Huh. Blackmere Castle in poster format. I wonder who would hang this kind of thing above their bed. A big trolley for the masses of baggage the tourists that flock through here have with them. Murray always did have a bit of a tendency towards delusions of grandeur. The Willow Creek Telegraph. The guests need to be kept up to date with what the murderer is up to. A telephone. A bowl of apples. Probably poisoned. Murray, my favorite hotelier. Obliging, helpful, polite, and always on the lookout to maximize his profits on the back of crime. Hi, Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
So, anything exciting happen?
You mean, apart from Miss Valley's murder and the castle burning down and 3 people losing their lives? Well, the fair's finished. In its place, we now have a new exhibition in the Willow Creek Museum of Modern Murder. It's opening in a few days. Oh, you should definitely see that. It's worth it.
Oh yeah. For you? Most definitely. But you know I had nothing to do with the fire, don't you?
Yes, well, according to the papers...
Yeah, the British tabloid press is world-renowned for its believability.
Well, of course, they don't always have the whole truth in there, but the headlines do help me to keep the hotel going.
In this case, at my expense. Do you know the inspector, Mr. Spooner?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. He was here twice. Took half the hotel apart. A terribly inconsiderate fellow. But good for business, too. How often, as a tourist, do you have the chance to see this kind of an investigation firsthand? Unfortunately, he confiscated all of your and Miss Angelina's personal effects. Means I can only display replicas in the museum.
What bad luck. This photo of me that you've pictured.
Only a small favor. A tiny exertion on your part. Nothing huge. You just have to smear yourself with a little blood and swing a knife about. In a scary sort of way, of course.
Well, naturally. Oh, and best naked under a full moon by the lighthouse, yeah?
You're the pro. I trust your aesthetic sense completely.
Who's guaranteeing that you won't immediately run to the cops with it?
And what would I get out of that? You're judging me completely wrongly. Anyway, anyone would see that it's completely staged. I don't want anything authentic, rather something somewhat stylized, like for a movie poster.
You want to make a poster out of it?
I'm thinking more of a life-sized cardboard figure for the hotel entrance. Well, if you wouldn't have anything against that.
Do what you want. Just make sure you change your statement at the police station.
Understood.
See you, Murray.
Back to work. That's private. That's private. There's nothing for you in there.
The floor plan of the hotel. All of the rooms are drawn on it. Huh, Murray's office is right next to my room. The floor plan of the hotel. All of the rooms are drawn. Back there's just a little sitting area. 2 armchairs, a table, a shelf with books. Boring. Lifted clean off its hinges. They were probably broken. The room looks almost exactly the same as the other one I had 3 weeks ago. I bet Murray got a discount on the interior decoration. The only thing I brought with me from Boston is a jacket, and I keep that on day and night. This thing is completely useless to me. Views of Willow Creek. At least it's better than portraits of my bloodthirsty relatives. Murray's office is right behind this wall. Murray's office is right behind this wall. An antiquated thing for antiquated backsides. They've covered up the ugly gray carpet with an even uglier beige carpet. Great idea. There's only atmospheric noise. You probably have to pay extra to get TV channels. I don't need that. I'm already in my own horror film. I wouldn't know why I'd want to start a conversation with that idiot. There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon. Later. I've asked all I want to know for the moment. I better not go in there right now, or Denise will bar me from the place. Huh, there's Bobby, the village idiot. Well, no, that's being unfair. He's pretty much the nicest guy for miles around. Hello, Bobby.
Oh, Hi, Darren. Is it true that you're evil now?
No, Bobby, you don't need to be scared. I'd never do anything to anyone.
The others said that you set fire to the castle.
You shouldn't believe everything people tell you, Bobby. I'm innocent. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's what Tom says all the time too. Okay, Darren. I believe you.
Aren't you working in the museum anymore?
No. Mrs. Puff sent me away.
The mayoress sent you away? How come she did that?
I didn't take enough care, she said. I did lose the key.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Are you working here now?
Yeah, but not for money, but for Denise. She's my new girlfriend. I help her out.
And what does Edward have to say about that?
Nothing. He gives me a cloth and a wash bucket.
I get it. Do you know the old lady who left so quickly earlier?
That's old Dorothy. She's funny. She always comes here and picks up old cakes. She gives them to goats. I like goats.
Tell me, Bobby, do you know the village policeman?
Yeah, but I don't like him. Tom doesn't like him either.
What's your brother Tom up to then?
I don't know. He's not around much right now. But that's good too. He said he's going to kill you if he finds you.
The waiter, Edward, is he pleased that you're helping her as well?
He'd send me away, but I always came back. Then he said that if I make myself useful, I can stay. I'm not allowed to just sit and stare at Denise, because people would get scared of me. I don't like it if people are scared of me.
I don't like that either.
Edward said as well that if I touch a cake, then I'll have to eat it. And they don't give me coffee anymore because it makes me ill.
And is Denise happy you're helping her out?
Yeah, she gives me muffins and chocolate.
That's kind of her.
But I don't want to have it for nothing. I'll pay for it later. I don't want her to get into trouble.
That's nice of you, Bobby. You really like her then?
Oh yeah, Denise is much prettier than Mrs. Puff. She's even more beautiful than the sun.
I'd better be going.
Okay, Darren.
I'll only go in there again once I've got a black belt in karate. Or when the pub has a new owner.